would you say the change from before we installed the windows to now would be? Can you describe the situation before and then after?
Yeah, this mobile home I got in June, and it needed a lot of work done. It needed half of a roof because it rained in the one bedroom. And also, the windows had no storm windows. We looked in both sheds, everywhere. There was no storm windows. And here come winter, and I couldn't afford to get them. So I called the Weatherization program in State College, and they came out and measured and told me that they were making these windows, storm windows, they called them. But I didn't know exactly what they were,
Hmm.
because they're pretty expensive. You
Right.
buy them separate, especially certain measurements. But we had a storm up here before they were put in, and the wind came right through and was blowing the curtains, and I froze. I froze to death. The pipes froze.
Hmm.
It was horrible. I had no water. I had to go stay with friends because I couldn't live in here
Right.
and freeze to death at my age. You know,
At any age.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing I didn't have any little kids.
Hmm.
But I got it because it was a fixer upper. But it was just terrible. Even a storm in the summer when I moved in, all the power goes off here really bad.
Hmm.
And the windows would rattle. Not rattle, but they were not, with no storm windows on them, they were just so weak.
Well,
They just didn't do what they were supposed to
right.
do.
Yeah.
In other words, so it's made a big, big difference. It's like night and day.
Have you noticed an actual difference in between the rooms that you've walked in?
Oh yeah, it was so cold in the front
Hmm.
because those vents are there, but the heat was coming out, but it was going right out the window. There was no storm windows,
Hmm.
so these are better than your regular storm windows, the way they're done, and plus they put the weather strips, all around it to
Right.
seal it in. And the only thing I miss is putting my candles in it because there's no ledge anymore.
Right.
But that's no big
Yeah,
deal.
I see you. And what kind of progress have the windows made for you as an individual?
Before, when I got oil, it didn't last very long
Hmm.
because all the wind came through the windows,
Right.
like it's windy today. But since they've been in, it's cut everything in half. I got a letter from the power company, West Penn. It said, "Congratulations, you use the least electricity in your neighborhood."
That is absolutely incredible.
So it made the furnace not run so much.
Hmm.
It's just been warmer. Everything, we had to turn the thermostat down. It got so hot in here.
Hmm.
But they're great. It's a great idea.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, anyway, um, I got a letter from West Bend Power, and it had a graph on it showing what everybody else in the neighborhood, how much electric they used
Hmm.
for last year. And well, it was up until March this year. Anyway, there, the graph showed everybody else's was really high,
Hmm.
and mine was little.
Very good.
And I thought it was because I lived by myself, but they said no, it was the electricity I used. And then a man came to my door,
Hmm.
and he was from energy, some kind of energy. It's not another electric company.
Right.
It is West Penn.
Hmm.
But because I use such little electricity, and it runs my furnace, it runs my hot water, everything. He said I qualified for a new program they have for people who save energy.
And would you say that the window
And
insulation helped in any way?
oh yes, it did all winter. You know how cold it got.
Right.
Well, it really helped. But you guys put it in what
About a
month was
month ago.
that? About a month
About a
ago.
month ago, yeah.
And
So for the entire month of
mhm,
March, basically.
yeah, really. I mean, my electric was already energized,
Hmm.
but I mean, it didn't. It was not like it was after those were put in.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces